seems to be questioning on what they call as the Prime Minister's silence, Shashi Tharoor seems to be hailing the responsible statecraft. As far as Shashi Tharoor is concerned, towing the party line seems to be saying that silence is a responsible statecraft, where he now seems to be breaking ranks with his party once again. Congress MP Shashi Tharoor breaking ranks with his party, endorsing the government's position when it comes to US-Israel-Iran war, calling it as responsible statecraft rather than a moral retreat. But Shivam is with us right now. Shivam, you know, he has a better understanding, especially when it comes to diplomacy and how it works. And this is exactly where India itself is finding currently in the middle of crisis there, because this is a rare side that India is one of those countries that actually engages with all of the three sides that are included in this war.
Well, exactly, Amrita, and it's almost been a year and since, and again, we are seeing the same kind of feud between Congress while they are trying to have a hardline approach. Shashi Tharoor actually acknowledging that when it comes to international relations, diplomacy is something that needs to be taken care of. We have seen a similar situation arising during Operation Sindoor, and after that, when the delegation went out, he openly supported the Indian government and their stance there. And right now, as well, as you rightly mentioned, the kind of conversation we are having with all the nations who are involved in the conflict while not choosing any particular side is something that even what the Congress says about Jawaharlal Nehru, he basically started the non-alignment movement. And this is what the classic example of what the Indian government is doing right now as well. And this is openly been endorsed by Shashi Tharoor. So again, it is to be seen how the Congress party will perceive that and how things will happen, because this is the time when the Kerala elections are also coming in, and Shashi Tharoor has a popularity in Kerala as well. So if openly criticizing Shashi Tharoor and asking for the approach can also lead to a lot of trouble in Kerala state as well, is something that remains to be seen. But so far, what we have been given to understand is that Shashi Tharoor have openly again supported the Indian diplomacy and acknowledged the efforts made by the Indian government, the Indian state, when it comes to handling this entire situation of a global conflict that is currently going on in the Middle East and other regions as well.
Absolutely, because this is where, India's stand has been. For India calling for dialogue, India calling for diplomacy, and India also calling for de-escalation. Shivam.
Exactly, Amita. And again, we have been seeing how there have been a lot of negotiations going on, but Congress, on the other hand, was adamant on the fact that we need to come in support of all the people who have been suffered. Yes, India acknowledged their distress on the war, and they said that they are against the war. But choosing particular side, it doesn't work for the betterment of the country's citizen as well. And this is what the under government has said, that for them the priority is the citizen of the country, to make sure that they get all the supplies at the cheapest and the profitable rate. And because of that, the diplomacy is currently going on. The negotiations are going on multiple tables. But the Congress want India to take a hard-line approach, which Shashi Tharoor apparently does not agree with a lot, because as you rightly said,
result of diplomacy on multiple channels, that's what we are looking at, that actually resulted when it comes to the stranded Indian ship being given a free pass when it comes to the Strait of Hormuz route is concerned, the choke point that still continues to be blocked on part of Iran. But in the meantime, let's focus